Well, there's an elephant in the room, or should I say in Newport. 100 life-sized wooden elephants are on display along the Cliff Walk through September 7th, and they are part of a sculpture display called The Great Elephant Migration, where our own Ashley joins us there this morning to tell us a little bit more about it. Good morning, Ashley.
Hey Audrey, good morning. Yes, there is an elephant in the room, but there's actually dozens of them all over the city by the sea, and we're so excited to show this to you this morning. And Edith is going to tell us all about it because she is actually the local matriarch of the elephant migration. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We have a lot to talk about. Tell us about the elephant migration.
So this is the dream of Ruth Ganesh, who is the co-founder of Elephant Family. The elephants were in the London parks, and then she decided she wanted to do an American migration, and we're starting in Newport, really through the knowledge about Elephant Family, the conservation that they're doing, and what it will bring to conservation in India, and also local partners along the way.
It's incredible that this is the first stop on the tour for the U.S., which is so exciting. We are at Rough Point today. This is one place you can see the elephants, but they're at various locations in Newport, correct?
Absolutely correct. There's 55 elephants at Salve Regina. There's one at the Quaker Meeting House, and there's about 30 outside the Breakers.
And we have to talk about these guys. Okay, yes. So tell me more. Beautiful? They're so beautiful. And when you see them in person, they are so lifelike. It's really incredible. They're beautiful to see on their own. But let's talk a little bit more about what they really represent. They're made out of a unique and interesting material. Tell us more about that.
So thousands of acres of Lantana camara, of wildly invasive species, which is throttling their habitat, has been cleared to make these beautiful sculptures. A whole economy has grown up around making them. 200 indigenous people have been hired, and so there's a local economy, and it's also grown a deep respect for the elephants in their community in India.
Because really the whole point here is about conservation. So let's talk a little bit more about that, how it is doing that. We've already talked about that a little bit internationally, but also locally. This is on a local level as well, besides just being beautiful to look at.
So along the way, there's a local conservation project associated with the migration. Right here in Rhode Island, it's Save the Bays Salt Marsh Sparrow Project, and that is removing another invasive species, Phragmites, from the salt marshes in the area.
Which is just incredible that it's not only, beautiful to look at, but something that it's doing for our own local ecosystem as well. And, many of them actually have sponsors and names on them. You have a twin elephant as well. Tell us more about that.
Well, each elephant represents a real elephant in the wild. And there are a bunch of matriarchs that Cher is a matriarch, I'm a matriarch, Queen Camilla's a matriarch. People that have supported Elephant Family, people who are conservationists, environmentalists, and philanthropists are the matriarchs. And we are all going to be driving the elephants from Montana to LA later on in the migration. I just want to say that the sale of these elephants will bring a lot of money for conservation. The hope is to sell maybe 500 elephants, and this will make millions of dollars for conservation.
And how cool that you're able to do that and be such an integral part of this migration. I just love that. And this is in partnership also with Newport Art as well, right? You serve on many boards here in Newport. You're probably the busiest woman in Newport. And so you're able to really help bring this here yourself.
Right. I opened a few doors. I am on the board of Art in Newport, which has an exhibition that is in conjunction with this on human migration by Hadi Falapishi. And I'm on the board of Newport Restoration Foundation, where we stand at Rough Point.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you for taking a few moments this morning to tell us about these beautiful elephants. And we are not done here yet this morning. There is much more to come. We'll talk more about the elephants and everything going on in Newport, because Newport in the summer or any time of year is a place to be, guys. So stick around. We'll be back out here in just a little bit.
And we are on the road this morning in beautiful Newport as 26 life-size Indian elephant sculptures parade across the back lawn of the Breakers, Rough Point, and Salve Regina University. Newport is the first American stop for this traveling exhibition, and Ashley joins us live from there this morning to tell us about the importance behind this display. And Ashley, I'm telling you, it looks incredibly cool this morning watching this.
So, Will, if you haven't seen it in person yet, I recommend you do so. This is such a cool exhibit, and there are multiple locations, and we're here at Rough Point this morning, and we're going to learn much more about that from Frankie. He is the president here at Rough Point and with NRF. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you. Welcome to Rough Point.
Oh, we are so excited to be here, and Rough Point is certainly iconic, you know, for so many reasons. So let's get into it a little bit. Sure. What is Rough Point, if people maybe aren't familiar?
Yeah, most people are not familiar. Rough Point was originally built by the Vanderbilts, later purchased by the Duke family, and it became the home of Doris Duke for the rest of her life. So the house itself was really one of those Newport summer cottages, but I think really what's important is kind of the work of Newport Restoration Foundation. Doris Duke started that organization, which is why our administrative offices are in this building.
My cottage also looks just like this, Frankie. It's so beautiful, and you know, you were saying you guys do so much work that we're going to get into a little bit more here in a moment, but you know, the house is beautiful and people can tour this home.
Yeah, absolutely. And something we did 2 years ago is we made it free for Newport County residents really interested in making Rough Point a community asset. So we went from less than 3% visitation of year-round residents to around 25%. And so the elephant exhibit is also free to the public. So everything we're doing is to try to make Rough Point in this incredible site a community asset.
It's worth coming to see the grounds here alone, but now with the addition of these beautiful elephants, which ties in so well to Doris Duke's mission. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, Doris Duke was actually one of the most philanthropic people of her time. The weird thing is that she kept it relatively anonymous. One of her main philanthropic motives was environmental issues, animal rights. She funded all kinds of things, and 2 times a day she would go out on the rocks and swim in the Atlantic Ocean, or when she was in Hawaii with her house, she would do the same thing in the Pacific. So her philanthropy and who she was just deeply embedded into environmentalism. So I'd like to think that if Doris were here and she were swimming out there, she'd look back at these elephants and be really happy that this is happening here.
I agree. I'm sure she would be, because they are just so beautiful to look at, but they have such a great mission behind them. And you guys have a great mission as well, NRF. Now, for people, again, who may not be familiar, NRF does much more than just Rough Point. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, in fact, Rough Point is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. In 1968, Doris Duke and her team founded NRF. And what they did is they wanted to save Newport. And so most of Newport, like the wharf, was being destroyed for urban renewal. So Doris Duke did something that other places had not seen before. She purchased individual historic homes that were really dilapidated, restored them, and rented them back out to the public. So now we own around 70 of these historic colonial homes, still rented out. But what it did is it stopped this kind of urban renewal and really formed a new idea of revitalization for Newport. So when you walk through the historic areas of Newport, those are there because of Doris Duke's philanthropic work.
I think it's so interesting. I was lucky enough to hear a little bit more about this at a presentation that you had here at one point, and I didn't know that personally, so I'm sure many of our viewers didn't know that as well. So it's very interesting to know, because Newport obviously has been around for so long. It has been, you know, a place that many flock to in the summers, year-round, and still to this day, people refer to it as kind of a playground. But the fact that you're doing so much work to kind of, you know, make sure that it is still Newport as people always knew it.
Maintain it in that historic way. One thing to understand is this very easily could have just been wiped off the map, and it could have become a more typical kind of shore tourist venue. But it's not, because of Doris Duke and her team of preservationists.
And I feel like Doris is looking over us right now. The sun is coming out just as we are wrapping up. It's really such a special place here, Frankie. Thank you so much for taking a little time. If you would like to learn more about NRF, see the elephants, please do come here. It is such a beautiful property. It's absolutely stunning. There are water views, panoramic, right in front of us. So definitely make a stop on your Newport tour. But we're not done yet. We still have more coming up from Newport this morning about everything going on here this summer and into the fall season. You know there is always something going on, but for now we're going to send it back to you in studio.
The weather is going to be beautiful this weekend, making it the perfect time to get down to Newport and check out the Great Elephant Migration.
That's right. So it's an Indian elephant sculpture display to promote human-wildlife coexistence as a solution to biodiversity loss. And we have Ashley with us this morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Audrey, I always thought that you would be wanting to talk about biodiversity here on the show, so I'm glad you brought that up. But this is such a great exhibit that you can come see. It is here now, but it's not here for that much longer. And Catherine from Discover Newport is going to tell us about all of the things going on in Newport, which there are so many all of the time. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Ashley. It's a pleasure to have you here in our
just
beautiful destination.
Newport never is not where you want to be, right? And today, of course, we have these stunning views and this amazing exhibit. How
Isn't it
cool
fantastic?
that this is here. Tell us a little bit about Discover Newport's involvement here.
Certainly. Well, as a destination, we represent all of our events and activities, and you know, the summer may be winding down, but I have to tell you, throughout our 9 coastal communities, we have an amazing array of experiences and events throughout the entire next couple months. And
Yeah.
actually, those are my favorite times of year.
We were just saying, I have to say, we kind of love fall in Newport. It's a little quieter, but the elephants are going to be here for a couple more weeks, and you still have an opportunity to see them. However, once September hits, there's a lot going on.
There
Tell me
certainly
what's
is.
going on.
You bet. Well, as far as events are concerned, we have our Wine and Food Festival. We have the 3rd largest international boat show in the country. We have wine and food festivals. We have harvest festivals. We have seafood festivals. And that's just the month of September. And that's not, you know, we also have throughout our 9 communities, we have an amazing array of wineries, breweries, cider mills. Yes, we have a cider mill. And so there's something for everybody to do in this beautiful destination. And we do represent 9 coastal communities from all the way to Barrington, all the way down to Little Compton and Tiverton. So there's something for everybody. And one of the things I want to recommend people to do is to go to our website, discovernewport.org, and check out. We have this great little guide. It's called the Insider's Guide, and it gives you snapshots of all there is to do for the week or for the month or for the rest of the year, because in October, of course, we have a plethora of fall festivals and events, but there's so many experiential things for people to do here as well. So I encourage people to go to our website. You know, I know a lot of parents are like anxious because, you know, the kiddos are going back to
Summer's
school
ending.
and they want to do something fun, and we have an array of wonderful museums. We have the new Save the Bay Hamilton Family Aquarium, great hands-on, and we also have our sailing museum, the Tennis Hall of Fame, and those are just 3 of the few events and activities for kids to do with parents. And the greatest part is they're all experiential. They're all hands-on, so parents and kids can make a burgee or learn how to raise a sail. It's really a wonderful time to come to the destination, not only now before the kids go back to school, but also into the fall season. And one of the things that we have is we have a lot of lodging packages, and I know, I hear it from my friends that are Rhode Island residents, you know, I don't come to Newport in the summer, I want to come in the fall season and in the winter. It's a great time to come, as we were talking about.
Yes.
I love to walk the Cliff Walk in the winter.
Cliff Walk is always such an amazing place. There is just so much in Newport. It's actually hard to even imagine everything that there is to do here. Just hearing you talk about it, you guys do such a wonderful job of getting the word out about things going on, but there is so much that a lot probably falls under the radar for people. So it's great that you guys, I go to your website often to see what is going on. And, you know, for those who are watching at home, there is so much in Newport proper, but as you said, there's so much that you all represent
We do.
from all of the different cities and towns in the area. And like you said, the food scene is unreal.
Especially at this time of year. I mean, you know, we're so lucky to be in the Ocean State and the seafood that we are able to experience. And I have to give credit to DEM and the Rhode Island Seafood Initiative for all that they do to push the seafood that comes from our beautiful waters. And of course, can't forget all the many harvest festivals that we have. We are so lucky, and that's why in November we celebrate our restaurant week. Newport Restaurant Week. It's the 1st of November. And what's great about it is these chefs get so creative with their culinary genius to create what the bounty of the land and the sea as well. But we're really blessed in that regard. But, you know, I want to mention one thing. You know, one of the greatest things about having these beautiful outdoor sculptures is, you know, here in Rhode Island this year has been phenomenal. With the trolls in South County, the elephants in Newport, and a new exhibit that is over in Blythewell Manor in Bristol are these amazing bamboo birds, and they're huge. So I have to say, Rhode Island really stepped up this year with all these amazing outdoor sculptures.
I agree.
That we have.
The public art here in Rhode Island is such a treasure. We're so lucky to have it. So lots going on here. Catherine, I'm sure I'll see you soon for one of these other fairs and festivals coming up. I always love a seafood festival, so I'll see you on Bowen's Wharf.
You bet.
And while there's great food out here, I know you guys have great food back there in studio too, so I'm going to send it back to you so we can get to it.